Already.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Good afternoon.
In English and then
Good
follow
afternoon.
Spanish.
Okay.
Javier, after the loss in Seattle, do you guys take any sort of optimism from that game? I know it was a game maybe you guys perhaps thought you played well, but you didn't get the result.
Yeah, in every game, I think even in the other two that we won against New York and Charlotte, we always see the things that we can improve so much, and as well the other things that we did pretty well that we want to maintain. No? I always said it. No, we cannot feel and be in that inconsistency of emotions and mental strength. That when you win, you feel that you're the best, and when you lose, you're the worst, right? So we need to show that. And yeah, we've been studying our opposition and as well studying ourselves in which areas we need to improve way more, and in other ones that we need to be more consistent, and as well we can improve.
How frustrating has it been? You guys have been creating a lot of chances. I mean, does that start to weigh on? How do you not let that sort of weigh on the guys?
I mean, losing is frustrating. No one likes to go to a game or to a job and thinking that you want to lose. No, we always want to win, and of course it's frustrating. But like I answered the other question, we need to improve in so many areas, regardless if we win, we draw, or we lose.
Hey Chicharito, Efrain Alvarez has shown that he can really impact the game. Sometimes it doesn't look like he shows up until maybe at the end or anything like that. What do you think he or you guys in the team need to do to get him more involved? You know how effective.
I mean, I think that's your perspective of him. I think he's a pretty good player. He's doing amazingly in 10 minutes, 90 minutes. He's doing amazingly well. But as well, I think his attitude and his mindset that he's still very, very young. He has a long way to play and to enjoy in this profession. And hopefully he can reach his full potential. But I think he's a very good, talented young player, as many that we have here.
You guys get a brief respite from playing on the turf here for this home game against Orlando. How has the back-to-back games on turf impacted the team at all? And are you really focusing on this Orlando?
Yeah, I don't want to say that kind of stuff that it could sound like an excuse, but yeah, it's not easy. It's turf. We don't used to with turf. No, this sport was invented with grass, as you can see. But I mean, times evolve. The VAR, technology, and other situations. So. Us as players, if they tell you need to play in concrete, we're going to play in concrete, and we're going to adapt ourselves to try to enjoy this sport that we love.
And looking at Orlando coming up this week.
I mean, yeah, a very good team. I think they're going to come here to the West and try to do an amazing game, before the international break. So I think it's going to be a very good match. Hopefully it can be a sellout again, and yeah, we can win the 3 points in front of our fans.
I know Orlando's next, but coming up against your rivalry with LAFC. Wow, you guys pumped up for that?
No, man, that's way too far. Too far. I'm so sorry, but that's way too far. Right now, our heads and everything, our hearts, our emotions, our mindset is to focus in Orlando to get back from a very difficult loss, because we play pretty well. So yeah, that's the only thing that we have in our mind.
Chicha, you guys scored 2 goals this past week, and how do you feel the offense is flowing?
I mean, we won 6 out of 9, so I think that's more positive than negative. And then I think they give you 3 points every time. If you win 1-0, you win 10-0. Obviously, we win with this sport is about who score more. And of course, if you score more than your opponent and you can score as many goals as you can, you have more chances to win. That's obvious. But I think the most important thing, like I always said, is points. And then if we need to score 7 goals per game, or we need to score only 1 goal and have so many clean sheets, we're gonna get the points. That's the most important thing.
But how good would a 4-0 win feel though right now? How good would a 4-0 win feel right now?
I mean, every game we want to go and win. That's obvious, We have that mindset since the time I came here 2 years ago. So I think this is the best organization of the MLS. The demands in this club is to perform at the highest level, to be an LA Galaxy player, and then to show it every single day in trainings and then in games.
Yeah, 1-0 is good enough.
3 points, man.
Exactly.
3 points.
But as a forward,
it's like when they criticize me how I score my goals. I don't see that as goal in the middle of the pitch has more value. They give you 2 goals. So points are points.
Absolutely, and points are points.
Yeah.
But as a forward, as someone who's part of the offense, is it good enough?
I want to win.
But
I want to win. If I score, look, Giroud didn't score a goal. He didn't make a shot in the World Cup, and he was the World Cup champion. So ask him as well. So I want to win. This is a sport team. We want to win. I'm the first defender, and then I'm going to be the first attacker. I don't want to keep sending that message that, and in this society, even in soccer and in life, that we came here just to do one job, and life is just about one thing, simple thing, and all of that stuff. I want to win. We want to win. And honestly, with all the respect, I don't care. Last season, I will have 5 less goals and 5 more points, and we'll be in the playoffs, or you never know, a champion. So it's like, I want to win.
Goal scoring can often lead to goal scoring.
Man, last season I scored 17 goals in 21 games, and I was in my couch watching playoffs. It doesn't matter. Win points. That's the most important thing.
¿Cómo ha trabajado el equipo para este partido del fin de semana?
Bien, muy bien, como todas las semanas. Creo que el equipo ha mejorado muchísimo del año pasado a este, con los nuevos jugadores que han llegado, también con los que hemos estado aquí, y ese cambio de mentalidad, sabiendo que la temporada pasada fue muy dolorosa, que nos quedamos así a nada, a un gol, a un punto, a una situación, a un gol menos para poder calificar a los playoffs, y entonces cada partido vamos a tratar de sacar el mayor punto posible. Ya lo viste en Charlotte, que estuvo muy difícil, también contra Seattle, un equipo experimentado, muy importante en la última década, de los más ganadores, y que le fuimos allá, le jugamos del tú a tú. Jugamos bastante bien, nos pusimos arriba del marcador, y como lo puse también en mis redes sociales, yo creo que ese partido fue más que lo perdimos nosotros por errores, que de verdad los otros partidos, como el año pasado, que fuimos a su campo y perdimos 3-0, ahí nos pasaron por encima completamente. En este caso creo que fue completamente lo opuesto y lo hicimos bastante bien, así que el equipo va bien. Lo que más queremos es ecuanimidad, consistencia y obviamente sabiendo y dado el debido valor que cualquier jugada cuenta.
Javier, ahora que has tenido un poco más de tiempo jugando con Costa, ¿cómo crees que es un jugador completo? ¿Cómo sientes que está progresando la química entre ellos?
Bien, él está creciendo muchísimo, anotó un gol, y creo que eso le va a ayudar muchísimo a quitarse mucha presión. Es un jugadorazo, por eso estamos bien contentos de que esté jugando con nosotros. Lo dije cuando él llegó, que es un jugador que siempre lo quieres tener de tu lado, porque jugar en contra es muy jodido, así que la verdad que estamos muy contentos que está aquí, y como siempre va a tener su periodo de adaptación, es proceso en la vida. Nada es de la noche a la mañana, así que nosotros le estamos ayudando de la mejor manera, que se ponga muy bien físicamente, mentalmente, emocionalmente y obviamente lo más importante, futbolísticamente.
Javier, ¿qué puntos van a ayudar a este equipo en particular?
Los que ganemos, Katia.
Los que van a...
Esos puntos son muy importantes, perdón que te interrumpí.
No, pero para hacer un equipo más bueno.
Claro, no, yo creo que eso es, a veces suena una aptitud como muy extra cancha la gente con lo de lo que es consistencia, pero eso requiere en un campo de juego, si recibes 5 balones, trata de dar 5 buenos pases, y tienes que tener 5 oportunidades de gol, pues trata de meter las 5. A eso me refiero con consistencia. Necesitas mucha concentración, muchísimas otras cosas que la gente cree que no es nada más calidad técnica y calidad táctica. Yo creo que aquí, y todo en la vida lo hemos visto, ¿no? Más bien el talento hay gente que puede tener más, puede tener menos, pero lo que siempre tenemos aquí, lo que tenemos acá, lo que no se ve es lo que lleva a equipos a hacer grandes torneos, grandes campeonatos, y bueno, es lo que queremos llegar a hacer, ¿no? Sabemos que estamos en la mejor organización de este país, como es el Galaxy, tenemos 5 campeonatos y queremos ganar la 6ª como de lugar. Entonces yo creo que esos puntos son muy importantes, y como también ya ahorita respondiéndotelo, y se lo decía aquí el señor también, queremos ganar, queremos obtener el mayor puntos posibles. Eso es lo que te va a llevar a los playoffs, que es nuestro primer paso, y después para obviamente obtener el título es ganar cuando estemos en los playoffs, pero siempre paso a paso.
Javier, tú sabes mejor que nadie, independientemente de lo que pase alrededor de la selección, pero pensando en un México-Estados Unidos y lo que es esa rivalidad, y que viene ¿qué recuerdos se trae y qué significa esa?
No, lo más importante es que ojalá que gane nuestro país, ¿no? Siempre esa rivalidad es muy bonita, y desearle todo lo mejor, como siempre lo he dicho, ¿no? A todos los compañeros de profesión, a toda la gente ahí, que ojalá, y aparte van a estar en el Estadio Azteca, así que va a ser algo muy bonito, y ojalá México pues pueda llevar los 3 puntos.
Javier, ahora que Juan Reynoso hizo unas declaraciones ayer que la Liga MX, el fútbol mexicano, ha menospreciado prácticamente por mucho tiempo a la MLS, y él reconoce lo que ha crecido esta liga. Ahora que tú juegas aquí, ¿cómo ves el nivel?
Con todo respeto, tendré que checar porque no veo mucho prensa y no sé de eso, y no te voy a comentar nada de eso. Obviamente te creo lo que me estás diciendo, pero yo siempre lo he dicho, todas las ligas tienen sus cosas por admirar, sus cosas por aprender, y creo que todo el mundo en todos los países están tratando de hacerlo de la mejor manera.
Pero ¿cómo ves el crecimiento de esta liga ya con tu experiencia?
Yo siempre lo he respondido, en 27 años hasta dónde ha llegado esta liga, entonces imagínate si le dan otros 100 años más hasta dónde puede llegar. Entonces es algo muy bonito que yo pueda ser parte de esta liga, de este crecimiento y de esta confianza que me han brindado.
Oye, Javier, de esa confianza y con el liderazgo que tienes como...
Te la voy a contestar muy cortita, ten cuidado.
No, necesito un
Ten cuidado.
No es cierto. ¿Cómo es tu dinámica con las nuevas adquisiciones del equipo?
Bien, muy bien, todos se están adaptando muchísimo, y también las nuevas adquisiciones, algo que les ha ayudado muchísimo es que han estado o con algunos compañeros que están aquí, o con gente del cuerpo técnico, entonces eso ha ayudado muchísimo a que se hayan adaptado bastante bien, más allá de Douglas. Entonces bien, todos lo estamos ayudando aquí mira, sabemos sabemos de dónde vienen, podemos saber la edad, el talento, todo, pero aquí todos nos damos el debido valor, el mismo valor. Aquí no hay nombres, no hay edades, no hay nada cuando inicia el terreno de juego. Somos familiares de esta gran organización y nos vamos a querer ayudar, queremos darlo todo, partirnos la madre para tratar de sacarlos el mayor punto posible. Y aquí da igual si tienes 18 años como lo puede tener Johnny, o puedes tener 36 como puede tener Sasha. Aquí da igual si eres mexicano, si eres de Estados Unidos, si eres de Brasil, si eres de donde sea. Aquí todos nos incluimos, todos tenemos el debido valor a todos, y bueno, y siempre regresarle la confianza al técnico, que es el que decide quién juega y quién tiene que esperar. Pero aquí, como lo han visto en los otros partidos, la gente que ha entrado de cambio ha hecho un impacto muy importante, así que estamos todos muy contentos con todos los jugadores y toda la organización aquí. Ya no te la contesté tan corta, ¿eh? Hasta luego.
Yeah, again, I don't feel like it's, when you look at most of the phases, take away the defending set pieces, then I thought we controlled the game, we had the better chances, there was a lot to like. There's still details I think we need to continue to improve upon. That's always going to be a work in progress, but yeah, we lost the game on the set pieces, on the defending set pieces, and that's a difficult one. We watched back all the set pieces today. We went through all the details. We'll continue to work on them this week, but it's frustrating for me when you control a game on the road against a very good team and you create the better chances and you lose the game on set pieces where you can organize and you can deal with the situations and you don't deal with them. So sure, it's frustrating, but in the build and the process of getting to where we want to get to, I thought the play itself there was some good things. So, and we build off of that.
Greg, we didn't see Zavaleta training out today. Is he okay? Is he training inside?
He's okay. We just doing a follow-up. Yesterday he had a quick MRI on a quad, which showed nothing serious, so we just wanted to have him see the doc in person today, and hopefully he'll be back in the mix tomorrow. So,
any other players that are questionable for Saturday's game?
No, everybody else is involved. Yeah.
Any update on Jorge Villafana? You said you might have to.
Yeah. So Jorge had a scope, a surgery on his knee on Monday. So they did a little cartilage snip, for lack of professional words. So he'll be probably roughly 6 to 8 weeks, and we'll see. Hopefully that will be the solution for what's been bothering him. He had a bone bruise last year that was pretty significant. He tried to come back, and the comeback he still was feeling the issues. We've been looking at it, hoping that the bruise would heal, and then at this point was a little bit of getting in and just really seeing what's going on, and so they found a couple of things that they needed to manage, and hopefully this will be the solution for him.
You went to the season with depth on the back line, but now with Zavaleta, now Villafana, are you guys in the market for bringing in another piece here, or how do you sort of get through this?
Yeah, I mean, things are a consideration with Eric will be fine quickly. It's, again, nothing serious there. There's an addition. He gives us something. We still haven't seen Derek yet, and Eric added to our group, so we still want to kind of feel where we're at. With Jorge, it's something we have to figure out. Again, we want to be patient with him, but we also don't want to leave ourselves overly exposed for too long. So that's something that we need to just size up as we move through this window. But I feel like we've got, by and large, good depth across the team, but there's still a couple pieces we'd like to add to try to take another step forward.
What is with Derek? Where are you with him?
Yeah, it's just getting him going, really, and it's trying to decide, is that this weekend, is that coming back from the break where he has a little bit more of a chance to get his legs under him. It's just been getting him match fitness, but the only way you get match fitness is to play. But to be fair to the back line, in 3 games in the run of play, they've given up very, very little. If we get through this stretch and get to the window, then that group may have run this space, and then we got to see how we integrate other guys as we get going. But that'll be kind of a reset when we get to the break and we analyze this set of 4 games and then move into another block.
You've had lots of chances. This team's done very well in terms of creating chances, not necessarily finishing them. Yeah. Javier was just adamant that it doesn't matter. 1-0 is 3 points, and it's true.
Sure.
But are you frustrated by the chance to goal ratio that you guys have right now?
Not really, not in the moment. I would be more concerned if we weren't creating chances. We are creating chances. I still think when I say there's some details we can improve upon, I still think that's in the final action. That's not just in the finishing, it's connecting the final pass a little bit more, the timing of things. I do believe, and strongly that we're going to continue to create chances and we're going to score goals. Those things will start to find their way. It's early in the season and everybody's trying to find their top rhythm. And we're integrating players like Douglas, who's getting more, is getting his legs under him more and more every day. And so I think we'll continue to be strong and continue to improve on that side. Again, I want to keep this group focused on the defensive side, and if we keep being solid there, the chance creation will turn into more goals. I think against a team like this weekend against Seattle, who they had a very hard time finding, I think, any sort of control of the game as it related to the ball, and we were forcing them to sit pretty deep defensively. So just giving up a goal at 1-0 when we were up, it allows them to stay in that posture. If we stay up 1-0, then they have to spread out a little bit more, and then maybe we create more good chances. So it's us just trying to manage the games appropriately, and again, finish our opportunities when we get there. I think those things will continue to come as we get sharper as a group.
Hey Greg, you just talked about the opportunities. And I know you just said it's early in the season. You have a player, Efrain Alvarez, who's been able to show that he can impact the game. And it seemed in Seattle, at times he wasn't maybe getting the touches. Do you feel that it's still early enough in the season? Because it seems whenever he was getting the ball, he was putting deadly crosses. He almost had another spectacular goal. What do you think you guys potentially need to do to get him more on the ball?
Yeah, I think this is kind of the next phase as Efra continues to evolve as a player. He's still quite young, but it's still how he can stay more involved in the game and get more of those touches, have more impact through his quality, but also finding the balls in the right spaces. And I think that's his continued growth. And also to be able to, if we're going to play him in the middle of the field, he's got to be able to, and I thought he did a solid job, but he's got to be able to help us defend through the middle of the field. He's got to be able to do just the work over 90 minutes that it takes to, again, continue to make a difference, but do all the other little things that makes the team solid and reliable. He's got off to a nice start. I thought he had a greater impact in the game when we slid him over to the left. I thought he started to find the ball facing forward a little bit more and seeing those final passes of the shots a little bit more. So, but I think he has the capacity to evolve and become a central player where maybe he can get more touches, but it's a work in process for him. But as everybody sees, he's super talented, and it's just, he's 19. He still needs a little time to work through some of those nuances that he's going to get as he continues to get time. So.
Greg, you've mentioned how it's been a point of emphasis this season to be stronger when it comes to that defensive effort. So when you have a little bit of a setback, especially with set pieces in the game against Seattle, how do you assess just in general the overall effort and the progress that you're making when you started off strong with two clean sheets?
Yeah, I said to the guys today, in the run of play, we've defended very well. We've played against 3 teams who want to have possession, who want to play through the lines and play through the different phases of attack. All 3 teams have gone to playing long balls over the back line because they haven't been able to play through our lines. So we've been very compact. We've defended very well. Again, and the chances that teams got, a lot are second phase types of things, long balls or balls that they've won off of us in transition. But defensively, I think we've been very solid. The set piece defending is something we just have to continue to work on. I think it's a little bit sometimes a mentality, but as we talked about today, it's making sure when the ball is being served that we're in the right starting positions, and then we are aggressive, and our mentality is to attack the ball, be first, and deal with some of those situations. That's going to take work on the training ground, but it's also going to take just a mentality and some leadership in those moments to get those things done. But in the run of play, I'm really pleased. I really think that we've taken all 3 teams out of the style of play that they would like to play and put them more into what we want to do. So that's a positive sign, I think, for our defensive work.
Greg, on Orlando, what's the focus? What have you seen from them so far this year?
Yeah, again, it's another team that likes to have the ball. They're going to want to try to play through lines, try to get their players on the ball. They have a lot of technical players who are very capable, but they're also very competent at sitting a little bit deeper and trying to play you on the counterattack. So we'll see what posture that they come out with. I think if they can press us and have any success, then they'll try to stay high. But the second we play through them a few times, I think they'll fall in and play us on the counterattack. So we have to manage the game based on what the game looks like. Obviously, they have a ton of quality that, between Pato and a number of players we could go through that can hurt you on any given moment and any given chance. And so we've got to minimize their opportunities. We got to continue to try to control the ball, finish our opportunities. If we can get the lead, we got to manage the game better than we did last one. But I think for us, it's just continuing to improve on ourselves in each phase of the game, right? And so I like for us to build off of our playing performance last week and then do better in the set pieces. That's an obvious statement, but that's, if we can do that, then we have a pretty good formula going at the moment. So.
Hey Greg, Julian had, we can call it a tough game against Seattle. You had conversations with him this week, or how do you sort of keep his confidence up going forward?
Yeah, it's the same process for Julian, for everybody, every week. He sits down with the person, Dan Couchman, who is responsible for going through the clips, the moments, talking through all of the scenarios so that he can better understand the scenarios, his solutions, what should have been done differently. At this point, he sees it and he's understanding it. It's about doing it when he's on the field, right? So for us, there's a balance, because he's a young man who's learning and he's trying to continue to get better in the position. We trust him and we have to show that trust in him, but he also has to perform, which is going to be a big part of how he bounces back as we move into another game. Is can he respond with a complete performance in this next game? And that'll be a good question for Jules to answer for.
All right, guys. We'll start with the first couple questions in English, and I'll translate. If you ask him in English slow, he'll understand. He'll respond in Spanish, and I'll translate what he says.
Can we hear you talk in English?
Oh yeah.
No? Okay.
After 6 months, maybe.
It's good. It's good. Hey.
That's great.
That's
Después de
good.
6 meses, sí.
Douglas, te digo en español para que sea más fácil. ¿Cómo ha sido aquí tu tiempo en la MLS? ¿Cómo ya tienes 3 juegos aquí? ¿Anotaste tu primer gol? ¿Cómo te sientes con el LA Galaxy?
De verdad me siento muy bien. Mis compañeros hicieron todo para que saliese todo bien y todavía estoy me adaptando al campeonato, a jugar un diferente estilo con diferentes jugadores. Pero me estoy gustando mucho, estoy contento de estar acá porque es una liga nueva que está creciendo a cada año y estoy contento de ser parte de todo eso.
¿Y cómo ves tú jugando con Chicharito? Se mira que tú puedes
Let me
pasarla
answer.
todo. Oh, okay.
So the question is, how was your time in MLS? How have you felt these past games? And he says, truthfully, I feel great. My teammates have done everything I can to adapt. And, I'm still adapting. It's a league, it's a new league that's still growing. And I'm happy to be here in a league like this one.
Okay. Y tu tiempo aquí con Chicharito, se mira que ustedes sí se entienden muy bien en la cancha. Explícanos cómo es tu relación con él.
Chicha fue uno de los primeros, junto a Víctor, que empezaron que me hiciste bien en mi equipo, que me hicieron adaptar rápido. Entonces en campo también procuramos estar cerca y hacer las jugadas juntas para que salgan los goles de las cosas importantes para el equipo.
The question is your time, your past couple games with Chicharito and your relationship with him on the field. And he says Chicharito has been one of the first players alongside Victor Vasquez to make sure he's adapted quickly to the team and on the field. And, they're trying to make sure they're connecting and scoring and making scoring opportunities for the club.
Douglas, what impression have you gotten of the league? Is it different than what you thought it would be?
And
in which ways is it different?
De la liga y es diferente de lo que creías que sería. ¿Y en qué maneras es diferente?
Yo pienso que yo no estuve preocupado cómo iba a me adaptar en la liga o cómo era la situación acá. Vino propiamente para hacer algo nuevo y aprender de algo nuevo que para mí, como estuve en diversos países diferentes acá, veo que es una liga que es demasiado fuerte físicamente, que son rápidos también, entonces para mí es algo nuevo que estoy gustando y me adaptando lo más rápido posible.
He says he wasn't worried about coming here and adapting or what the situation was going to be. It was more about doing something new for him, coming to a different country, and he thinks it's a league that has strong players and who are fast on the field as well.
Douglas,
fue un partido complicado en Seattle. ¿Cómo fue tu adaptación en paso sintético y qué opinión te merece a ti que la MLS acepte este tipo de canchas?
Acá la impresión que tengo, aparte las canchas son que todos los partidos son nivelados. No hay un equipo que veo que es candidato a ganar de todos seguro. Entonces vas a partido y ves que pasa algo diferente y eso es positivo porque ves que está todo equilibrado. pensándolo a los campos, las canchas sintéticas, es algo diferente para mí porque donde estuve no había, entonces es una adaptación nada más. Creo que es un problema mío que tengo que yo me adaptar lo más rápido posible.
On the difficult game against Seattle and then the turf situation, and for him, the impressions he has about the league, about the clubs, is that most games are even. Like most teams are pretty equal. There's not one team that's above another. And about the turf, he says it's something that it's a problem for him to adapt to. He didn't have that when he played in Brazil, so it's something he's adapted to.
Douglas, hablando de Los Ángeles, de la ciudad, de la afición, estamos en una ciudad que tiene más de 10 equipos, 11 equipos profesionales. ¿Has tenido la oportunidad de percatarte cómo te ha recibido la ciudad? ¿Cómo te sientes en Los Ángeles?
Yo traté primero de encontrar casa y cosas para cambiar y vivir lo más rápido posible para poder darle todos los resultados en campo, y todavía tengo tiempo para conocer cosas de la ciudad y todo eso, entonces paso a paso voy a conocer todo.
The question is, LA as a city has more than 10 professional teams, how the city has welcomed him and how he's adapted to LA. And he said he's tried to adopt off the field, try to buy a house, and all that will make me better on the field, and everything step-by-step process.
Douglas, juegas la misma posición esencialmente que Kevin Cabral. Tienes la experiencia de haber jugado en Europa, en Copa Mundial. ¿Cómo le puedes dar un poco de experiencia a un jugador como Kevin, que está joven, apenas empezando su carrera, para poder progresar?
En mi modo de pensar, Kevin es un jugador importante ya, porque hace cosas importantes dentro del campo. Cierto que vas a evoluir con nosotros acá, vas a ver que va a crecer mucho más. Y yo de verdad estoy contento de ser su compañero, entrenando todos los días, no solo a él, yo aprendo con él conmigo, así que no hay edad para aprender. Entonces Kevin va a improvisar mucho más de lo que está improvisando.
On playing same position as Cabral, and as an experienced player, the advice he can give Cabral. Douglas says Cabral is an important player who does important things on the field for us, and he will continue growing with us, and I'm happy to be his teammate, and we're learning from one another.
¿Fuiste al hockey?
Sí, ayer.
Muy divertido.
Sí, una experiencia nueva que ya estaba buscando pasar y ayer se salió bien, me ha gustado mucho.
¿Cuál es el deporte que más te gusta además del fútbol? O sea, ya fuiste a hockey, pero tenemos baloncesto y tenemos béisbol.
Yo cuando llegué de verdad me fui ya al baloncesto a mirar un partido, Lakers, y ayer también, una experiencia nueva. Aquí en Brasil somos todos aficionados por fútbol, nada más, entonces no hay nada mejor que el fútbol ahí, entonces estoy aprendiendo las cosas nuevas acá también.
Qué bueno.
So on going to the hockey game yesterday and just other professional sporting experiences, and he said he really enjoyed going to hockey. It was a new experience, things went well, and it was very enjoyable. And then when he arrived, he also went to go see the Lakers, and yesterday was also just a new experience. In Brazil, everyone's fans of soccer, so it's fun to come and
Douglas,
experience new things.
en tu paso por el fútbol ucraniano, conoces perfectamente Ucrania y sabes lo que está viviendo con Rusia. ¿Cuál es tu comentario y tu experiencia cuando estuviste en el fútbol ucraniano?
Es una situación delicada que está pasando por ahí y totalmente difícil hablar, pero yo creo que nada lo merece lo que está pasando en ningún país. Y cuando estuve ahí, para mí fue importante. Yo llegué ahí joven, con 19 años, y aprendí todo ahí. Salí con 24 al valle, entonces me dieron todo, me enseñaron muchas cosas y estoy triste por lo que está pasando, pero mi experiencia ahí fue buena.
On things that are, I'm playing in Ukraine in the past, and his experience there. It's a delicate situation that's happening there. It's complicated to talk about it, and no one deserves what's happening and what they're going through. When I was there, he said I learned everything. I arrived when I was young, and I'm sad for what's happening. And I just want to say that when I lived there, my experience was great.
Douglas, hemos podido notar que ya has coincidido con varios brasileños acá en la MLS y este próximo sábado se viene Alexander Pato acá a jugar contigo. ¿Qué opinión tienes al respecto? ¿Cómo te sientes?
A Pato conozco hace tiempo, porque jugamos siempre en contra en juveniles, hace muchos años, y tuvimos la oportunidad de ir a Nacional juntos también. Es un amigo que espero que salga todo bien para él acá también. No sábado, pero los demás partidos sí, porque es un gran amigo.
The question on sharing the field with several Brazilians in MLS and Saturday playing against Pato. Douglas answer. I know Pato for a long time. He's a friend. We played at the youth and senior national team a couple times, and I hope everything goes well for him here, but except on Saturday.
Douglas, hablando de otro jugador joven, ¿qué cualidades has visto en Efra y lo que él puede lograr?
Es un jugador que estamos demasiado tiempo juntos en el vestuario, y me gusta también, porque cuando empecé tenía la misma afición que él, la misma gana de ganar y vencer los partidos. Entonces, es uno de los que ahora hablo más, estoy más junto. Entonces, deseo toda la suerte del mundo y que quizá pueda jugar en grandes equipos también.
¿Qué consejos les das?
Que continúe así, jugando bien, disfrutando con alegría y encantando a todos.
On Efrain Alvarez and his qualities and any advice he's given him. And Efra is a player that we have shared a lot in the locker room, and I really like him. We have similar qualities and a winning mentality, and I wish him all the best. I tell him to continue playing the way he has and continue to play with joy.
Douglas, hemos visto que el último partido, no sé si era porque era el turf, pero ¿estás listo para jugar 90 minutos este sábado?
Yo no sé, voy paso a paso, voy dentro del campo y veo cómo estoy sintiendo las cosas, cómo están todo, y va a llegar un momento que voy a jugar 90 minutos y no sé si va a ser el próximo o el otro, pero llegará.
¿Esa es tu decisión o del técnico?
En conjunto hacemos todo, porque acá nadie sin nada solo.
On his last game, and if he's ready to play the 90 minutes, and whether it's his decision or the coach's decision, and he says, I'm going step by step to see how I'm feeling. There's going to be a time where I'll be ready to play the 90, but I don't know if it's this Saturday or if it's next Saturday, but it will come, and it's a joint decision between the coaching staff and myself. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.